Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We're more than an entire month into 2024, and I thought this would be a good time to discuss some habits that you should implement into your life in order to level up this year. These are some habits that I have implemented recently into my life, and I think they have been really beneficial. So here we go. So number one is to find a lecture, a podcast, something that you enjoy to listen to. And if you watched my previous video, Use Your Time Wisely, which I'll link right up here, you'll know that I said that we should be using our little pockets of time to do something productive to further our goals or to just become better versions of ourselves, to gain some useful information that you can use both in this life and that will also benefit you in your akhirah, in the hereafter. Number two, and this is a really important one, is to just remember Allah more often. Saying your daily dua when you wake up, when you go to sleep, and to just be thankful and grateful to Allah in general. This has completely transformed my mindset. When something good happens, you should not be thinking that that came from you, but you should be thanking Allah for giving you this opportunity, for allowing you to achieve your goals. But at the same time, if something bad happens, you should always be grateful to Allah because Allah knows what's best for you and you do not. This is a very easy way to change your mindset, and it completely transforms the way you think, the way you act, and the way you go about your daily activities. Also, as you go throughout your day, and you're making these du'as that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has taught us, you'll feel a sense of connection to Allah, and you'll start your day remembering Allah, you'll go to sleep remembering Allah, and it is just overall a great way to live your life. Number three is to start praying more sunnahs. I know for some people this may seem like a daunting task, but I know from experience, and I'll tell you right now, it is not. And I'm not telling you to just all of a sudden start praying every single sunnah that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has told us to pray. I'm saying that you should gradually implement these into your daily life. For example, one of the most important sunnahs to pray is the Fajr sunnah. So if you're already awake, why not just pray 2 more rak'ahs before you pray your Fajr Fard prayer? And as you begin to implement more of these salahs into your life, you'll realize that it's actually not a burden, but it actually makes things easier for you. And I'll tell you how. When you begin your day thinking that I'm not only going to pray my 5 fard prayers or mandatory prayers, but I'm also going to pray my supplementary prayers or sunnah prayers, it gives you more purpose when you go into these 5 daily prayers. For example, Dhuhr has 6 rak'ahs of sunnah in total. And so if you're going to pray all of those sunnahs, then you go into your Dhuhr prayer thinking that you're not only going to pray the 4 mandatory Dhuhr rak'ahs, but you're also going to pray the 6 supplementary ones, which means that you're allocating a much larger portion of your time to praying your salah. And this may seem hard at first, but over time, you start to ease into it, and it becomes a time for you to just relax and to connect with your Creator and to take a break from all of the worldly stress you have. And for me, this is just a beautiful thing, and it really helps me get through my work and just get through some hard days. Number 4 is to journal. And ever since I have implemented this into my life about 4 months ago, I have just felt a sense of mental clarity, a sense of being able to take some burdens off of my shoulders and just putting them on paper. And this may not seem like a big thing at first, but once you start getting into the habit of journaling and just writing your thoughts and feelings and emotions down, you'll see that it really helps you think through everything that's going on in your life and to make sense of all those crazy thoughts going on in your head. It's also a great way to just de-stress and to just write down your ambitions, your goals, what you see yourself being in the next 5, 10, 15 years, what the optimal version of yourself is. And this is not something unprecedented in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ himself told us and encouraged us to spend some alone time just thinking. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ himself would go up into the cave of Hira during the times of Jahiliyyah in Mecca, and he would just think about what his purpose was in life. He would think about all the bad things his people were doing and what he could do to fix it. And this is a very healthy thing. These days, we never have a chance to just sit in our own thoughts, and that's scary. Number 5 is to start going to the gym or just to start doing something active. it's very important to start getting into shape, to start setting goals for yourself, to start building discipline. It's very important to maintain a healthy lifestyle overall. And if you're not comfortable going to the gym, you can go biking, you can go running. Just do anything that gets you outside, that gets you moving, that just keeps you healthy overall. And this is extremely important in a day and age that we are just sitting in front of screens all day or just sitting at a desk all day. And this is a very good way to just de-stress, get your mind off of things, and to just set goals and have discipline in general, which is very important in Islam. Number 6, and this is something that I'm actually doing right now, is to find a passion and to work on. Again, as I've been saying throughout this video, our lives are so consumed by our phones, social media, just work and school, that it's very important to have a goal that you personally want to work on and achieve. And this is especially beneficial if you have a creative goal, such as recording videos, maybe it's drawing, maybe it's painting. Just find a passion that keeps you going, a passion that can help you escape from your work life, your school life, and to do something that you actually enjoy while also still being productive. And lastly, but very importantly, is to spend as much time as possible at the masjid. There are simply no excuses to not going to the masjid on a weekly, if not a daily basis. The masjid is a place where you can make new friends, build relationships within your community, and to just feel at peace and worship Allah in a space where that is the primary goal. The whole purpose of a masjid is to worship Allah to the best of our abilities. And again, if you are a man especially, it is very important to be going to the Jumu'ah Salahs every single Friday. And going to the mosque doesn't just mean praying your 5 daily prayers or your Jumu'ah. It also means going there to volunteer. The mosque should not just be a place where you go in there, pray, and leave. It should be a place where the community as a whole joins to make a difference within their space, within their community. And this is exactly how the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's mosque used to be. It was not just a place of prayer, it was also a place of making political and economic and social decisions as a whole. And finally, this isn't a habit, but it's just something to keep in mind. Everywhere you go, you should be comfortable in your Muslim identity. And this is a way of life. This is not just when you pray. This is not just when you're with your Muslim friends. This is everything you do, everywhere you go. You should be comfortable in your Muslim identity. You should be comfortable being a Muslim. The best form of da'wah, and this is said multiple times in the Quran, is to do an act of righteousness and to say that I did this act of righteousness because I am a Muslim. Not because it makes me feel good, not because that's just who I am. I did that because I am a Muslim and that's what my religion teaches me. And when you go about your life in this way, everything becomes easier. Everything becomes so clear. Your purpose in life, why you're doing everything, becomes so clear, and you feel undefeatable because you always have Allah on your side. You always have the ultimate truth on your side, and nothing can change that when you live your life as a Muslim. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time, inshallah.